Delegates from 122 countries that are signatories to the Rome Statute that establishes the International Criminal Court convene at The Hague from Wednesday to evaluate the performance of the court and deliberate on how to improve it. The Assembly of State Parties to the Rome Statute will also discuss and determine the fate of a raft of proposed amendments to the statute that have been proposed by various members. The amendments have already been submitted to the committee dealing with them, known as the Working Group on Amendments to the Rome Statute, chaired by Paul Seger, Switzerland's permanent representative to the United Nations. Kenya, in letters submitted to the committee by its permanent envoys to the United Nations, Ambassadors Macharia Kamau and Koki Muli, has proposed amendments to Article 63 of the Rome Statute that requires the accused persons to be physically in court during their trial. Kenya, backed by the African Union, proposes that the article be amended to provide for court attendance through video links. If the amendment passes, President Uhuru Kenyatta and his Deputy William Ruto could be allowed to follow their trial proceedings away from The Hague. The British government, through its Deputy National Advisor Oliver Robbins, disclosed that it had instructed its delegates to lobby and support the proposal to allow the use of video links.
I don't think that Kenya's support and Africa's support for cleaning up the rules of procedure will be affected in any way.
Kenya has also sponsored an amendment to Article 27 of the Rome Statute on irrelevance of official capacity. The Kenyan delegation will lobby for the recognition of serving heads of state and their deputies and their exemption from any prosecution in any court of law, whether national or international, during their term in office. This was a position adopted by the 54 African Union members during their 16th extraordinary summit last month in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
It is a consensus process, and there is no likelihood that the amendments will not go through.
The African Union will also push for an amendment on the preamble of the Rome Statute on the principle of complementarity. The statute currently provides that the International Criminal Court shall be complementary to national jurisdictions. However, Kenya and her African counterparts wants the inclusion of regional courts before ICC can intervene on any matter in the continent. There are plans to expand the mandate and jurisdiction of the African Court of Justice to enable it to investigate and prosecute international crimes and human rights violations.
We had hoped that the Council would listen to Africa, that when it comes to African issues and African situations, that it would trust Africa. We are not immature, we are not irresponsible countries, right? There is a reason that we took this to the Council.
The procedure of amending the Rome Statute requires that any change to the law must be supported by at least 2/3 of the 122 member states, that is, 82 members. Africa has 34 members in the Assembly of State Parties, while Latin America has 26. Eastern Europe has 18 members, Asia 18 members, while Eastern Europe and North America have 25 members each. Francis Gachuri, Monday Special.